Alrighty, traders, good morning. We got the crew in the building. Isaiah Kayvon. Good discipline, Isaiah. By the way, yesterday, when you're funded like that, that takes tremendous amount of discipline to not trade for one, overtrade for two, and in my case, probably revenge trade, boredom trades. That's really when I first went offshore. Those were my issues. I mean, all those. So, a couple things to note this morning. Let's focus on quality, not quantity. The edge in trading isn't found in a secret indicator, but in uncommon patience, uncommon discipline, doing uncommon things, as we spoke on yesterday, which was not doing what the average trader does, as in A, stopping out too quick, B, not letting the winners run. So the greatest enemy in a good trading strategy is the dream of a perfect trading strategy. I used to want my chart to look like air traffic control. I've said it many times. Holy Grail indicators. There's no Holy Grail indicator. The Holy Grail is you and your mental state, your mental game, way more important than anything. If your mind's not right, it's going to have major implications on your trading. So, the greatest enemy of a good trading strategy is the dream of a perfect trading strategy. Mind over market. All right, let's dive in. Yep. That is, thank you, Kayvon. The light. You see the light. Now, it'll be black again tomorrow. Blackout. All right, a few tickers. I've already alerted several of them. Kayvon did two. He alerted one of these this morning, ITGR, for a potential reversal. But he noted there that the Fed's having a meeting tomorrow. We'll keep an eye on what the general market's going to be doing. ITGR has got, I liked the 113.50 support on it, though. 113.50, I see a lot of lower shadows towards that range, 113.50. It's an area I would like to keep on watch. A few others this morning. We have AREB that just got a spike, and that was spiking here recently, AREB. So traders are heading back over there a little bit. They did come out with some news. Look at this move. It was like a week ago. Straight up, straight down. We already hit that magic near 20 cent area. 420. 420. Keith's favorite number. So we got some news. American Rebel announces the distribution agreement with North Florida Sales. Got a distribution agreement. Not too bad there. Kind of a really good looking ascending triangle. Forming higher lows. Getting squeezed up towards 350. Breaking up and out through that. Needing volume to do that. So that one we'll be mindful of. I'm probably... You remember AREB? That was the one with... That was a tricky trade. Trapping a lot of shorts. Probably one I'm avoiding. I like to point out the leading gainers, though, which, speaking on that, I think it was Foxo is the leading gainer. Hey, another magic 20 cent area on Foxo. So Foxo, they're up. Technology company says this Myrtle Recovery Center subsidiary has seen over 400 patients. So they kind of reached their operational milestone. That's what they're saying. Operational milestone. Lower float ticker. So, Mr. Doug pointed out on FinViz. FinViz has updated a lot since I used to use it. I mean, I was using this way on back when it wasn't so robust like this. But, Doug, if you're watching this later or now, yeah, thank you for this. This is really nice. Typing in the ticker, and he was like, Kevin, I know you like to look at the history of pretty much anything. I like the historical data, and it shows you the short interest history. I really do like that. So, Foxo 8.71 currently. It had a 25% short interest in November. Let's see what it did in November. Very curious. Look, exactly. In November, Foxo, we got a squeeze on it. This is awesome. Short percent of the float. Oh, they have a little graph here too. Thank you so much, Doug. This is actually amazing. I love that. Man, I mean, maybe, does TOS have something like that? That would be pretty sweet. I don't believe so, though. Yeah, that is pretty neat. So Foxo, I don't know. I mean, it's a lower float play. It's the one with the most of the attention on it. I'm not too interested there because of that. It easily manipulated. I mean, it's up 60 cents to 201. And as Isaiah points out, very high rate of dilution too. So they could sell that at the open. Yeah, I could definitely see that as well. It wouldn't surprise me if it tried to get a morning spike, and then that's where the liquidity is, where we see a lot of the sellers, the hidden sellers from the Friday night live stream. If you went back and watched that, Coin and I were going at it. No, we weren't really going at it, but talking about the tape and the level 2. So we'll be mindful of that one. I would get involved probably. So, with CMEG, you cannot. I was looking up the margin requirements because I was kind of forgetting, but under $5, sub $5, you cannot. They don't give you margin for shorts, at least. So I was gonna take a short on Lumen, but I don't think I really can until I get the account topped back off. So Lumen probably will not take the trade. I'm going to be more so practicing today. I think I'm going to be taking a few different setups on paper. We'll see until I get the account topped off. Because I can't really size into anything. I can't trade the trading strat like I want to. Yeah, they're in massive debt, as most of these companies are. Most of these companies are in debt. HSIC may be a fade. Yeah, maybe a fade there. It's kind of like hangover-ish. So the hangover 2 that I like this morning, that I may get involved with on the live account too. We'll see. I need the spread to tighten up here. I like ATI. We're on like a day 3 climb, kind of 2 days up, and then the third day kind of sitting around resistance on ATI. And we topped out at some daily resistance. Looking left of the chart here, 67.50. I like the tight risk, and I love the range. So last week this thing, was in the 50s. So a lot of good range here, spiking up quick, euphoric move up towards resistance, ATI. I like that one for a slow fader against the previous high a day, 68. That one, slow fade, Lumen, I like this one. Short against 425, really. And then MRIN, I wanted to point this one out too. Market's about to open up, shoot. Didn't give myself enough time. Mr. Emmanuel in the building. Emmanuel, good to see you in here. MRIN, this is not where all the attention is this morning, so it feels like we could get a decent short fade here. It's up 60 cents, up to $1.45. This is against pretty much the 200 days at 192. MRIN, left of the chart, it's got massive 210 to 15 resistance. I mean, massive. And what I say yesterday, it's probably a smart idea to put your orders at where your stop would be. I just don't know. I don't know if this one really gets up there. It already hit 187. All right, so Foxo kind of snapping like Isaiah was pointing out. God dang it, ATI. ATI's got like a 30-40 cent spread, so that one's kind of difficult. Lumen already kind of showing some resistance against the previous high day. Mr. Dean in the building. Is this it's a live stream? Are you referencing in my live trading today? Foxo pullback into these are way better when they just spike out of the gate. Most of the time you'll get that pullback right out from that resistance from the pre-market highs. Yeah, Lumen was pretty solid. Yeah, I had to look up the margin requirements because I was actually going to locate. They were cheap locates on Lumen. Lumen may still be good against the 420 area. It's a pretty good play right there. AREB, this is the leading kind of spiker. It took the attention, AREB. This one, in a nice ascending triangle pattern, broke out through that on some good volume. Right now, testing the 420 area. They came out with a distribution agreement, so that's where the attention is there. AREB already at its highs. MRIN, considering a short there. I just feel like attention's not really here anymore, and we could get a slow fade. ATI kind of too spready to get involved with. Lumen, I'm probably going to take that. So today's going to be it's kind of practice day for me. Dean, I've been pretty much live every day. I think this is the first day of doing some paper trading to practice a little bit before I top off the account. Okay, so hitting this at 417 LUMN against 420 up and over previous high day. I'm going to set the stop. If we start pulling on back LUMN, I'm going to size into it. If I get confirmation that she's going to be working out. So I'll set the OCO stop, 426. Really what I should do is start using these lines. So S for stop up here. Click that. Click S for the stop. We'll do like 428 for 200 shares. Confirm and send. All right, so I got the stop placed on that. Working LUMN at the moment. MRIN spiking up too. I do like it, MRIN. MRIN just feels like a decent fader. So we could take the short there, risk in. Pretty much, guys, MRIN is a massive on this 210 to 15 resistance. There's so much of it, 210 to 15. So it's if you're in the business of scaling into something, it's not bad taking a short, scaling into that area for the risk. All right, Lumen is pulling back a little bit. I really like Lumen. I'm going to hit it for some more shares. All right, got filled some more, so now I'm in 400 at near 416. I'm going to modify my stop to 400 shares. This is at a stop price of 428. So try to maximize the winner, mitigate any losers. We have clear defined risk on that one. I do like Lumen quite a bit for the hangover. Needed to stay heavy, though, not do what that other ticker yesterday did, curling on around. All right, MRIN. I got to think about this one because I do like her. ARAB, AREB, more like AREB. I like to say AREB. AREB is that pre-market highs of 420s holding up of some resistance there. Decent sell-off from that area. ITGR, nice, Kayvon. Good couple point spike there. And Foxo. Foxo halted up. Mr. Bob in the house. Good morning to you. Foxo halted up. That one 220. Oh, taking the elevator down. It looks like at the moment 220's holding up. And Mr. Doug in the building. Hey Doug, I went over your FinViz. I got your message. Went over FinViz, the short interest there. That was awesome. Actually, we looked at the example of Foxo this morning, and Foxo, when it had its highest 20-some% short float percentage, is when it had a massive spike on the chart. I was taking a look at the FinViz with Foxo. The short percentage down here, that was amazing. So thank you for sending that our way. We'll definitely utilize that. Lumen looking still heavy a little bit against 420. SPY with a little bit of a spike up too. Little thin. ITGR. Man, Foxo's a tough one. It's halted up, now halting down. Elevator down style. Right now I'm only involved in Lumen. And man, GPUS was kind of a hangover-ish one. Dang it, dude. 620 down to 540. Right now, just in the Lumen hangover. I am interested in MRIN. Are we halted there, though? MRIN, we may be halted. A ton of volume here. Millions of shares. Doing a red to green move. But that $2 area is very tough. I love that hand. I love trading that hand. And again, for those that are just jumping in here today, I am in practice mode today. It's the first time since the beginning of the year. It's not fun going to practice mode, but I'm practicing trying to size into some winners and letting those bad boys run. MRIN, this one 210, very good resistance. So let's see where she opens up at. I mean 187 is really good pre-market high resistance as well. Monitoring that area. Foxo and a halt too. So we're monitoring a couple halts right now. While those halts are going on, I'm going to flip through a few gainers. I see DG's one of them. That one looks kind of heavy against the highs right now. TDUP spiking straight up. MRIN's about to open up, Isaiah pointed out. Okay. TDUP setting up from 440 to 620. I'll have to come back and revisit this one. Not bad. All right, MRIN. I keep having like these, that guy, what he said, that older gentleman that I watched this video, he was like, put your entry at where your stop would be. I keep thinking about that, but I'm like, oh my gosh, dude, I just don't know if this thing can really get up there. I mean, maybe it can, but 192 is the 200-day as well. Yeah, there we go. Are we halted down now? Yeah. Looks like we're halted down. Doug, sometimes it doesn't simulate the price. I did notice one time when I put an order on the paper there that I did a market order and it took me out. I think it took me out on the ask. Like, tricky. All right. That is how you get some good entries, huh? I think it was working correctly though here on Lumen this morning. Still kind of kicking back here with Lumen. I feel good about this one. I'm going to see if we can get down to $4 or under. Man, MG, what a MRIN. God. Sometimes you just cannot get an entry with some of these. They're just halt up, halt down. SEDG still looking pretty heavy. Flipping through some gainers. What I really like to see on these, especially those that have made this abnormal move like this SEDG, I like when they put in the high to see these upper wicks. The upper wicks, especially up towards that magic 20 cent area. It means it's heavy. Traders are looking for those sloppy seconds. Sitting heavy on VWAP right now. SEDG. I kind of like it. It's a decent-ish play. It's got a ton of resistance. SEDG up at over 15. Yeah, it looks like this one could go red on the day. For a profit taking under 14. What's the news here? Let me see. Kinda earnings, better than expected. It's not so good for this. It's a good pattern, but I don't like those earnings plays. Doug, nice. It got you in at a very good price. Yeah, I wish the live with trading would do that. TDUP hit the magic 20 cent area. And snapping from there, 570s. Dude, there's like... What I'm seeing so far today is if you don't get your entry, it's just you're pretty much effed. Isaiah got a good entry, though, on Foxo. Oh! 196. Oh, you took the short on that open, huh? Right on the open, and then she opened up and then popped up, and you got that short. This is Isaiah. Is your first trade live too? You got that short. Man, I'm pumped for you if you nail that. So the Lumen trade I'm working right now is sitting heavy under VWAP in 420. So I'm liking that right now. I had some confirmation that we were heavy there, Doug, and decided to scale into that winner. That's where we were messing up with the live account, if you recall, from January. We were going sideways and not maximizing the winner. So that's what I'm doing a little differently this time around when I'm trying to put into practice here. Starting to do what the average person does not do. The uncommon thing. Average traders, they stop out way too late. They don't stop out really, and they don't work their winners. So we're trying to do the opposite of that. It's the only trade I've taken so far. I liked MRIN, but dang it, I did not get that one. Just elevator down without giving any kind of an entry. So MRIN, I'm looking for that one to open up. I mean, there's still range here with MRIN. I won't get the entry that I like, but could monitor it for another. You could start small and then size into a winner. And then TDUP, look at this, magic 20 cent area, heavy, coming back on down. What's SEDG doing? I get so easily distracted. SEDG, God, I need like a freaking Neuralink in my head. It's awful. You're so easily distracted from these tickers. I'm a ticker addict. Guys, come up with another theme for this Friday night. We need another theme. Or if you want to do another AA meeting. That was fun. SEDG's got such major resistance up here in the 1550s. I don't like shorting earnings. I really don't like shorting earnings. Isaiah's having getting some opinions on Foxo. Yeah, I mean, I've been trying to tell myself not to give unsolicited advice here, but now you're asking, so now it's solicited. Oh, I hate telling people what to do and then the opposite, it doesn't work out. Yeah, you're going to do your own thing anyways. You're just in the trade and seeking a little advice. Well, you know how I've been practicing. I mean, yesterday you said you wanted to take a bunch of base hits. So I feel like based on that, what you said yesterday, you're going to want to, like, you want to take most of this off. I don't know. I mean, if I were you, just listen to yourself yesterday. If that's how you're wanting to trade, taking a bunch of base hits, maybe take 75, 80% off. If you're in 500 shares, maybe take 400 off. Or if you're in, I don't know, if you're in 300, take 200 off. Something like that. And maybe set an adjusted stop up there around up and over $2. Because, look, the way I do this is I'm going to be kicking myself all day if I take all. The reason I just always have to leave something on the table is because if this thing sells off all day back under $1, which it can do. It can do. Longs get capitulated and they get stubborn and just continually sell these things on off. I mean, this thing's at $1.49, Isaiah. I don't know. I mean, what I do is take 75% off and leave something that you don't really care much about. If you got 100 shares and this thing unwinds down to $1, you know, that's money in the bank. I love the opinions in here. That's great. Just looking for other opinions. I would take half off, let the rest run. I would sell with that percentage gain. Yeah, that's great. ARAB, dude. Yeah, because look at this, dude. You get the ARAB 410 all the way back down to 330. Foxo. Isaiah, you working anything on it? Or taking... Did you take all? I'm proud of you either way. So that opened and spiked up and you hit it, right? We opened down here like 170. It spiked up to 196. You hit it. That was a good trade. Let's take a look. GPUS. Look, I like these slower plays. I know the Foxos are the Fox Hoes of the day that have the majority of the attention, but I love these trades like the ones that no one else is focused on if you're trying to get in for a short. Because GPUS had all the attention yesterday, and guess what? No one's looking at her this morning. And she's fighting for attention. She's posting selfies, showing the cleavage and everything with trying to spike back up to the open. But look at this bear flag. We get this thing 620 selling off. Beautiful bear flag. And just slow unwind on a play like GPUS. Kayvon taking the ITGR. Did she pull back enough for you to get in? Yeah. A little thinly traded there. If you're getting involved with that with Kayvon, recognize the spread and thin there and thinness of it. So size accordingly. Oh, MRIN. Ah, shoot. Don't you just love it in trading when you're seeing things? You feel like you're seeing everything so well, but don't get the entry. Lumen, there we go. Anybody working the Lumen short with me? I love these shorts. They just are so slow and fadey. It's great. Slow and fadey. New term. I'm coining it. It just feels like a pad in the wallet situation. As you know, it doesn't get the follow through momentum and shorts unwind those things. Good, yeah, good trade, Isaiah. Did you? I forget. Did you take all of it off? Because Foxo's looking pretty done right here. I could see that thing back under $1. Really could. Oh, is there none at CPro? Well, the good thing when you're practicing is you don't have to locate. Yeah, I like that though. I like your train of thought there, Doug. As far as trying to, I mean, that's excellent. That is so good. Trying to focus on non-objectivity, impartiality, no bias. Man, this SEDG, guys, this stuff gets me excited. Again, it's just like once you start seeing this, well, the only thing you got to work on, which is my problem, is managing yourself. I said it like it's not that big of a deal. Just the only thing you have to do. God, it's like the hardest thing to do. Like once you have so much screen time, you see these things and it's beautiful and it gets you excited. But as far as managing the trades well and the emotions and all that, that takes immense amount of time. SEDG, descending triangle, lower highs getting squeezed tight against the VWAP and support at 15. Snapping and fading, baby. That is all she wrote. That is a great setup. MRIN, this was one of those plays where the risk was, you could have risked pre-market highs. I love the 210 risk, so it was hard to get involved with this way off of that. But that was one that's not a bad idea to like size into. I think Coin was speaking on that the other day, like have a range in which you want to size into. So you're not looking at it like I'm adding to a loser. All right, let's find something else. How are you guys doing? HIMS is squeezing on up. HIMS 38 to 48, back down a little bit. Kidda, wow, Kidda is in play. So KTTA, I saw this one this morning and it kind of looked done-ish to me. I'm surprised she climbed back up here. All right, so they announced the data from their phase 1 trial in advanced cancer patients, confirming substantial target engagement. Phase 1 like this normally doesn't bring in this level of hype. You have three trials in a... and the pharmaceutical companies have the 3 trials, for those who aren't aware. Phase 1 just asks, is the drug safe? So accomplishing that really doesn't make a move like this. But we can look at Mr. Doug's KTTA. Let's take a look at the short percent. Short interest. Oh, 19%. Look at that, Doug. See, this is a nice tool here. The last time it was up around this percent on the short interest was in September 30th of 2024. Let's see what she did in September. $4 up to $6. Man, beautiful. Not rocket science here. You get kind of crowded on the short side, and then any kind of buying forces them to cover positions, and you get a move like this. All right, so KTTA, the 200-day moving average is right there at $3. I would say a high majority of the time they do close under that. It's just about these you have to give kind of more range. Like I would be sizing down a little bit, giving it a little more range if I was trading this on the short side. It's coming up here, a lot of upper shadows at 420. I think 420 is pretty much the main risk on KTTA, 420. Bob, we don't trade. We can't trade news in here. We can. Yeah, it's I mean, it's up $1.40 to $3.20. So that's you got to consider as that news already been vexed into it, because it's up over 100% on that phase 1 news. Fundamentals. Remember it. They're not fundamentals. They're fundamentals. Yeah. News, I really... the earnings, I definitely see those. They kind of gravitate towards that intrinsic value over time, with the earnings. And this could too, but sometimes when you spike up from 100%, you're going to see profit taken quite often. Tumor shrinking, good. So 420 is, I mean, it's already coming back down under that 200-day quite a bit right there. Man. Yeah, I'm gonna keep an eye on it. If that one gets up towards 4, I would love it. Would love it. On the short side, look at AREB just selling off entirely. And then you get that, like, when we catch one of those with the new system that we're trading, sizing into the winners and letting those bad boys run, like we get Foxo just selling off entirely. So I'm telling you guys, think about it. On the long side, we've all done it. You see something sell off and you're like, man, it's at a better price. Let me scoop more up. And you just constantly are accumulating shares. You're never stopping out of it. And shorts just get paid along the way. Think AREB this morning. All right, let's flip through some more. All right, EVGO. EVGO. This one, a lot of good volume on it. Today is a busier day than last week. This is kind of nice. So we had a little flag on it. Getting squeezed tighter together. 350 breakout. Let's look left of the chart. And we'll look at the news too. 420. All right. Couple tickers. KITA and EVGO. 420 is the resistance there. We have earnings. Better than expected Q1 earnings. Okay. Now we'll take a look at the short interest. On EVGO. Oh my God. EVGO is heavily shorted. This thing has not been under like 20 or 30% ever. April 30th or April 15th, 27%. Yeah, all right. Well, EVGO, I don't know. I'd probably, we have the 431's the 200-day moving average. Probably would still take the short up there towards 420, 430. But I'm not gonna take it early, having that short interest on it. All right, yeah, man, looking at that short interest has saved us many times. KITA kind of heavy. It's getting shorted on backside 350. We popped up to 340 and then selling off a little bit. SEDG still sitting a little heavy under 15 right now. Tested the open of the day. That one's on earnings as well. Nice pattern, but wouldn't surprise me if that one was able to pop up. And then MRIN, yeah, that one not too. Don't love that. I mean, I don't mind a short here with now a risk at the high a day. Kind of in that bear flag. Yeah, Bob, yeah, yep. That's a high short interest there. So it's kind of just moving. Lumen. What are we doing? Well, good thing I'm practicing today. Lumen's curling back around. $428 stop. Leaving that there. GPUS not looking too bad. Thinking about GPUS on a short against the open. Considering that, still flipping. I still want Kidda up towards 420. Kidda and EVGO up towards 420. But EVGO, I mean, like Bob said, she's moving kind of slow. For a short, you want to see euphoria. Like essentially, if you're using the tape, you want to see a tons of green flashing on the tape. You want to see pretty much liquidity sweeps, shorts getting squeezed out, covering their positions. You want to see just a fast move. The faster the move is, the weaker the trend is going to be. When you stair step up, it's a sign of health. It's a sign of health, and so that's something that you got to be cautious of. I don't mind practicing some of these days because I actually feel like I can be of more help. KTTA is getting a spike up now. Man, 420. Come on, baby. Come on, kidda. Get me close to that entry. We looked at the short interest there too, right? Yeah, 19%. Man. Aggravating. That's the most. It has the most that I can see in the history. Well, September 30th. Yeah, we looked at September 30th, and then that's when it had that spike. All right. Every good-looking short that I see is essentially getting squeezed out. It's annoying. Foxo in the 130s. Yeah, Doug, it's no emotions. That's as far as like helping other people find trades and whatnot. It's definitely easier. Oh my God, Hims. Jeez. I had to blacklist Hims because it had like a 40% short interest, and I could not get that on a short. Bob, what's your profit loss ratio? Well, since the beginning of the year, I was looking at it, and I was green just 42% of the time. The winners were like $21. I think the losers were like $15 or $16 each. So that's why, and I was going sideways. So that's why I'm trying to, the win rate I'm fine with. I've had a 75-80% win rate. The win rate doesn't impress me that much anymore because I see people with massive win rates, but that's because they don't take a loss. They just keep smacking the hell out of tickers until it works. So that doesn't impress me much anymore. I'm okay with a lower win rate as long as the winners I do get, I'm milking them a lot. Foxo halted in the 130s now. Shoot. SEDG in that descending triangle, still fading off of that. EVGO still at highs. That one's getting kind of like orders are soaking when she's pulling back. That's shorts. Those are shorts. When that thing profit takes, that's it's getting soaked up because there's a high short interest there. What's up, Jason? How are you doing today? Last we were hanging out was Friday night, I believe. Jason was turning up. Yeah, today's pretty sweet. Today is a lot. Seeing a lot of good action, and a lot of things are cooperating. When tickers cooperate, other than the one I'm involved with, but most everything out there is looking fairly pretty good. Isaiah Kidda keeps making huge sweeps though through each high. Yeah, I'm seeing that too. Definitely a lot of shorts here on that and EVGO. So it's like, man, they're both at their highs too. Yeah, so Lumen I just got stopped out of LUMN. Have to monitor it for tomorrow, where we may have a day three leg on up, I guess is what it's looking like. Oh, I got you. Profit to loss ratio as in, 50% gain. Oh, I mean, I don't know. That's ticker dependent, I think. Ticker dependent, because, I mean, that is true. Before I ever get into a trade, I am considering, is this a favorable risk-reward outcome? Like, I do notice you gotta... My mindset's fairly trained. I'm pretty disciplined as far as that goes. I mean, you guys know where I'm undisciplined, but as far as that goes, like before I get into a trade, I'm always looking at where's the risk. Like for instance, this MRI, and I'm like, if I take a short here at 160, the real risk that I like on it is 210, which is way off of. Which that puts me at what, like an unfavorable risk reward, if that's where my risk is. I mean, yeah, sure, this may have an 80% chance of working out, but look where it's at now, 130. So yeah, it would have worked out, but the risk to reward not great. So yeah, I at least have a 2-to-1 reward to risk is what I look for. I like to get in as tight to that stop as I can. I could have risked maybe the pre-market highs there though, 187, and so right now that would have been favorable. So yeah, always consider what's favorable for you. Yeah, the stops being too big, and not respecting your stops too. That killed me a few times. Not doing that, if I'm being honest. All right, let's find something else. Foxo on second leg down for a short play. Yeah, that one's too. You'd have to get that on a bounce, in my opinion. See, that I would have a hard time shorting, from 220 down to 150. I mean, yeah, it's got more room. I could definitely see it selling off further, but that one's probably 1-to-1. All right, Kidda 379. Come on, 379 is not a high day number. She started going sideways a little bit there. I imagine we get balled up with the short interest that we have on these. Like we are on this trend with Kidda. This is the 1 minute trend here. But yeah, so I think Bob was referencing one of these tickers this morning. It was Doug who you were long and then looking for the short. That's brilliant. I don't long so many of these because I'm so terrified of the elevator down. I've been burned on so many of these, but I want to. That is the right mindset. Like let's take the long of it up towards where we want to short it. Right? Maybe we take the long of it, and then once it hits that profit target and the short target, then we flip and reverse. That's a great, healthy mindset rather than just thinking everything's a short. Pretty much how I think. SEDG on the distinct triangle, crack and fade. Absolutely gorgeous. Foxo, what are we setting at? 150. So right now, Kidda and EVGO are the plays pretty much to be watching. AREB is getting a kind of a sloppy seconds move up towards the resistance line, 350, if anybody wants to short that. I mean, 350 was the breakout line. I got that mapped off as past chart history resistance, curling back up to that. I imagine she's going to be heavy. Just a lot of that opening volatility. All the successful people you see have the tightest stop losses. Yeah, when I grew 1,500 to 5,000 earlier on, I had such tight stops. Such tight stops. Probably need to get back in the habit of that. The win rate's going to go down a lot doing that. But, even with a 20% win rate, you can, those 20% of plays, they can really work out. Yeah, when I was finding a lot of success, I hated the strategy I was trading, looking back, but I'd be embarrassed to even discuss it. Awful. But it would be like, okay, getting into it, essentially, if it's working in my favor, hold on to it. And if it's not, moments later, I'm getting out. It doesn't give you a lot of wiggle room on some of these plays because some of them bounce around a little bit, though. Kid is looking a little heavy. A couple upper shadows she just put in up there. I like the weight on her. I don't know necessarily if that's the best entry right there. EVGO coming. Both of them high short interest. That's why I'm trying to be a little bit more patient with those entries. Both of them high short interest. Yeah, Arab 350, pretty good. And honestly, sometimes I think, like, if I just went massive size on some of these scalps, like, right perfectly at some of my lines, just scalp them, 1,000 shares, 10 cents, $100. Like, there's something to that, too. Because right now how I'm trading, I'm kind of, like, wanting to swing all day, intraday, on a fade. Upwork, UPWK at highs. That one's kind of stair-stepping up on earnings, though. Careful with that. When shorting, for those that are kind of newer to the shorting world, stair-stepping's not good. It's not entirely what you're wanting. You want it to feel kind of scary when you're taking your short. A little scary. I can imagine Isaiah was a little nervous on this one. That's a good sign. Maybe he wasn't. Maybe he's numb to it all. But yeah, when it starts feeling a little scary to take the opposite side of the trade, usually that's a good signal. But if you have no feelings, that's probably a good thing. You're probably set for trading if you're a robot. Learn what the feelings are telling you. I need a shirt. Trade your feelings. Yeah, pre-market's not been bad, Doug. And honestly, if we go to a 24-hour market, you're going to be pretty set. Is that guaranteed? Is that a thing? We're going 24 hours? Bob, the super tight stop, so when we're wrong, we can move on. I think generally speaking, for newer traders, that is the best approach. I've seen highly successful traders without tight stops, but they have massive accounts, for one. and a ton of room to let things work against them. So imagine if you have $1 million account and let's say your quota on the day is like $1,000. I mean, you have so much room to work these. If something's not working in your favor, you just smack it until it works, and smack it until it works and then get out of it. All right, what are you guys working? UPWK is at highs on earnings. I mean, if this one gets that quickness to it, I think there is something there. 1620 could be an area. If we get that fast move up, I mean 17 is very good. Into the 1620 is not too bad. UPWK, it's on earnings. Be mindful. I don't think it's bad to have rules like that either. Like for instance, on earnings plays, maybe still take your setups, but maybe because it's a earnings play, maybe you don't consider it a pocket ace hand. Maybe it's pocket tens. So it's still a decent hand, but with earnings, they may work less of the time. So you size down a little bit. Yeah, Doug, you're not gonna practice bad habits. I'm gonna try not to. I mean, I just love trading. So whether this week I'm practicing or not, I'm gonna focus in on good trades. I still got pissed off on the MRIN not getting that short up there, so I just want to win. I just want to be right. Doesn't matter. Kidda, pulling back a little bit. Spread the volume out. Yeah, you wouldn't probably have that. That open volatility. I know we don't like change as we get older, and I didn't like it when I first heard about it. But if it would get rid of the manipulative after-hours pre-market action, that is one pro I could see. I cannot stand that action. I mean, there are so many good plays, but they wait for the illiquidity. The company waits for any illiquidity so they can come out with their news and whatnot. It's annoying. All right, Kidda didn't quite hit where I wanted it at. It's coming back down to the 200-day. EVGO still kind of, it's at the bottom trend from that ascending triangle climb. And maybe it's even more manipulative, as Kayvon's saying. I don't know. It's annoying. It's annoying because there's so many good moves. Like, there was one I was watching. Yeah, this one I was watching yesterday. NCNA. I put it on the watch list for us this morning because I love this curl back around into the close. I'm like, okay, 120, great. Very good resistance. So yesterday I saw that. I'm like, okay, I'm going to put it on the list for tomorrow morning. Because if we open up right there at 120, we pretty much triple topped right there. It's a good short play. Well, the whole move happens after hours pre-market. 120 down to 37 cents. Like, great. Like, you get that quite often. All the offerings come out. I mean, when are they going to release the news on these plays? Foxo back up to 170. Arab, man, 350. God, that was decent. I need to start scalping some of those like that. 350, just such, like, as Bob's saying, like, the risk is so tight. If it moves against you a couple of pennies even, just get out of it. But that's when you might have to use level 2. I don't want to jump into that. You got some diehard level 2 people out there. All right. EVGO. You're like, I'm paying for it. I'm paying $26 a month for this level 2. I got to use it. EVGO, kind of heavy on its trend. UPWK, still stair-stepping up. If we get the fast move up towards 1620s, 30s, I don't mind it. What in the world, Isaiah? Isaiah is killing it. Dude, Isaiah. Isaiah's about to go into... Let's congratulate him. He just got his account funded. 2 really good green trades right off the bat with this account. So great work, Isaiah. What did you... What was... Teach us a little bit. You took the short here, 357. Just noticing it a little heavy. Love seeing the success. I told you guys. I saw Isaiah has a bright future here. I told you. So, yeah, this is something I'm kind of struggling-ish with myself because I do like this short. But the risk for me is 420. So what do I do? What do you do? The risk is 420. My problem has been, okay, then if my risk is that high, that's why my win rate a little lower, is because I give it some more room and then stop out at the top, and then it works out. I would love to have a massive account to get feelers on these. That's why they call them feeler positions, to kind of feel out the price action. That was a great trade. Good work. I'm trying to think for the crew too. How can we better our trading on some of these kind of trades? Because sometimes you miss them not taking them. SPY up to the highs. Yep. All those candle wicks show took the short after the trend break and anticipated the break of the 9 EMA. After the trend break. Yeah, dude, that's great. Yeah, that's a good idea. That pretty much answers my question. It's like, okay, well, if I'm not getting the entry, I won't wait for the predictable move on it, which Isaiah did. Got that trend break. Elevator down there. Man, that's awesome. That is awesome. Good work. Let's find another one, man. Why stop while you're on a roll? MRI. Maybe you've hit your Q for the day. What are you at? 3, 4 Q? Trading in the zone. UPWK still, it's getting a little top heavy. UPWK not quite making it to $16. Cracking its trend. Cracking its trend. All right, UPWK. I'm going to do a single entry and $15.75 short UPWK. 15. Man, I hate keeping them tight like this when I want it over 16. Either right or right out. Like, I got all these great shirt ideas. These, sayings. Right or right out. So, 1590 is going to be the stop there for me if it pretty much curls back up and over the highs. On UPWK. I like the top heavy nature of it. And I like the trend correct there. but we didn't get the speed that I wanted, which we may not get the speed at all. Doesn't really entirely look like it. I see the volume's kind of thinning out a little bit. EVGO, man, that's what happens when you have a lot of shorts. You start selling off and you pop right back up. Was hoping CCLD would hit 270, but it stalled out. Isaiah, yeah, I didn't want to tell you because yeah, 270 is really good there, CCLD. Yeah, throw these down in chat when you see them. I don't remember if I was looking at this one or not, but we pretty much have the same eye. I mean, this is good. 270 there. Upwick, that's what I'm talking about, baby. Come to daddy. I know. I mean, look, I have not hit a massive leaving leftovers, so it's hard to tell you guys to do it. But I see how successful it could be on many trades that I've taken. Like just be a massive. But yeah, I think generally speaking, it's a good idea to leave. Take in your quota on the day, and then leave a partial 100. I mean, just even something that pads the wallet. I mean, even if it's 50 shares and you still sell off 50 cents, that's still an extra $25, or 100, an extra $50. It's generally I think it's a good thing to practice, because letting the winners run is what the average trader does not do. And so if you're taking a lot of losses throughout the day, but you never let your winners maximize, I've seen that on my own trading account, many others. It's not good. Especially if you're at a 50% win rate. I mean, if your win rate's a lot higher, maybe you can not do it. But if you're sitting around 50% win rate, the difference could be leaving leftovers. One second, sending a email out real quick. Man, this has been a fun morning, though. Yeah, throw down some tickers if you guys are looking at them. Right now I'm working UPWK. I liked the entry. It's a good setup. Whether it works or doesn't, irregardless. Got to take some good setups. Doug, practicing on Foxo for practice out of a halt. Is that a trade you would... Oh, okay, I see. So you're taking a short, kind of on that sloppy seconds curl up. Man, that's... Oh, it's halted up too? God. Okay, so make sure you... Look at the risk here at like 190. Just make sure you know the risk. And don't be so eager to take profits. That's my issue. I'm just telling you my issues. I don't know if you guys struggle with them or not. Define the risk. Let the winners run. And UPWK curling up to my risk. All right. Oh, let's see. CISO spiking up. EVGO still at the highs. How are you guys doing? GPUS. Wow. What a trade there. Man, I wish I could retroactively trade these things. Jeez. Maybe I can. Thinkorswim has that replay button. Kayvon. Let me go back in time here. Oh, GPUS. What a trade. Saw this. Didn't take it. Nice bear flag. What I need to start doing is trading these bear flags when I see them. Because they work often. Even though I'm way off the entry that I would like. But still, 560 down to 480, 90. Still a good move. Foxo trying to hold VWAP. It's got a tough journey ahead. Getting out of that foxhole. SEDG on earnings. That one's climbing back up. Not surprising with the earnings. Kidda. EVGO. EVGO kind of sloppy seconds up to 375. I don't know here. I don't like it that much. It's okay. Just was looking for some speed there. And then UPWK. I like this over 16 better, but I took the crack, and if it's invalidated upon that entry, then it's invalidated. That's something I've been working on. It's like my nature would like to adjust that stop. And take a bigger L. It's getting better. And add to it kind of thing. But if it's invalidated based on the entry and the risk initially, it's got to come off. AEVA. Technology's getting a little extended. Having a daily breakout here. Daily breakout 750. Yeah, some traders like that daily breakout. So support would be back down towards like the 770s area. CCLD could be sloppy seconds-ish. I know Isaiah was looking at this one. Man, MRIN's kind of done. Trying to hold the 120s. Getting shorted on pops. Foxo, Doug with the short. Doug, you still working this one? I hope you didn't top tick this. Oh man, that's the problem with tight stops though. On these kind of plays. Halted back down again. Yeah, curling back up, giving another entry. Could have taken it again. Sometimes you just feel like you gotta give them a little wiggle room. That's why it's like, okay, what do you want to risk dollar-wise on this trade? I'm talking to myself, by the way. What do I want to risk dollar-wise on this trade? All right, let's say $50. Well, if I get in 300 shares, I can give it like 15 cents, which may not be enough. So maybe I get in 200 shares and give it 25 cents. Which would be 190 up to like 220. Yeah, it's tough. It's tough on those lower price plays that can whip back and forth. Lumen FU. GPUS pretty good. Yeah, some of these plays worked out fairly well. CCLD looks like the sloppy seconds was a thing there. That one's coming back down from the 230s down to 220. You guys involved in anything right now? Got about Wednesday. The next 2 days I'm going to be on here longer. Probably going to get off here in about 10 minutes or so. Wife's off today, so we're going to hang out. But let me know if there's any trades you guys are looking at. We've pretty much caught most of the moves so far this morning. Foxo with the sloppy seconds move up towards 2, pulling back. AEVA still going up. CCLD looks a little heavy under VWAP now. CCLD looking a little heavy against pretty much the highs there, 240. Doug set it a little too high on Foxo. How do you not get filled on this? It looks like it hit 190 a decent amount of times. That was actually like a pretty good entry on the short side is what it looks like. Yeah, these things, man. The magic 20 cent area, perfect this morning. And the sloppy seconds back up there. That was great. But flipping through here. Wow, SEDG back up to the highs. Man, that's what earnings does. Those kind of moves. A little quicker to take those. UPWK, I'm still in this, but red at the moment. Gotcha. Long to short. Yeah, that's brilliant. EVGO just put in a new high and is pulling back in a little bit off of that. High short interest there. AEVA, Kayvon's eyeballing that one or either just alerted it for us. Getting a little still extended there. And Kidda might be in a little bear flag now. I hate taking them so far off of the highs, but what did I just say a little bit ago? Take the bear flag, Kevin. Always eyeballing speed. And not the speed you guys are thinking about. Candlestick speed. Yeah, man, that looks good. It looks pretty good there on Kidda. That's tough. All right. Any? Let me flip through a few tickers. Just got taken out. UPWK. UPWK headed higher. Bob, how was the birthday? Yeah. It was, when you have a 5 and 3-year-old, they don't they think every day is their birthday, so they don't recognize the birthday. So it was pretty much normal day here of serving the children. But it was good. It was good. The wife was, had a good meal and whatnot. Kidda's still on this bear flag. Appreciate it. Thank you, though. Appreciate it. I don't think I had the carnivore diet last night, though, so you'll be disappointed. No, I definitely did not have the carnivore diet now that I'm thinking about it. I really enjoy I don't know. Is this a trader thing or am I just weird? Like, do you guys do this too? Do you enjoy cooking? It's like relaxing to me after an intense trading morning. I like to just think about trades while I'm cooking. But anyways, was working on cooking some like ACPs. Pretty much it's on Cinco de Mayo. Get some Mexican rice going and some chicken and queso. It was good. It was fun. And I found these things that excite me. Let me show you. Unless you're working a trade and want me to look at it, because I'm not looking at anything right now, but I love the hard shell taco things. And they have these molds you can like throw in the oven. They pretty much have a little like waffle maker looking one too. Pretty sweet. You can make that mold. They're pretty cheap too, and but I know you're not about that life, Bob. You need it to be like an all carnivore meat mold. You need a meat mold. Kidda, I'm thinking about it, Kidda. I am thinking about this. It's on this bear flag. I think 350 is pretty good risk there. I may take that trade against 350. Yeah, I think I'm going to do it. $333 entry, 300 shares. Stop's going to be up and over 350, not right on 350. I wicked the hell out of everything, putting my orders on the whole $1.50. I don't know, like 351, 352. What is it? Will close the program. Oh God. Oh baby, come on, kidda. 333 average. Man, I like this bear flag. Risk is going to be up and over 350. I like it popping up, giving me a little better entry off this bottom trend. We ultimately need it to snap the bottom trend, 320 and the VWAP. We need it to stay heavy there. But I took the short, got a 300 shares at 333, practicing a bit here on this bear flag. I've seen so many of them today, and they're working out pretty well. And yeah, I'm way off of pretty much where I'd like to get involved with this at, but so I got to bring the stop down a little tighter. It's up and over the $0.50 350s. 350 was where it was basing out at. I'll show you. That was the idea there. 350, it was basing out there after it broke out. So that should be a level of resistance. So far, this trade's actually pretty good, dude. I am A-okay with this bear flag, if she's going to work. I'm glad I wasn't in a trade with the deer in headlights. Yeah, the deer in headlights, not so fun. Kidda needs to break this bottom trend on this bear flag 320. So if we snap down, probably I need to take half off. If we snap down under 320, probably need to take half off, but it is getting a pretty decent bounce right now off of it. It is getting a lot of volume right now. Wow, where is this volume coming from? Kidda bouncing right off of that bottom trend. Chat room's coming in, bouncing it off of that bottom trend. Pumping it on up. May get stopped out. 352 stop. $352 stop. Getting a bounce off that bottom trend. And kind of a bearish pattern, though. And a lot of resistance overhead. Yeah, she may, Bob. She may curl back up and retest the highs there. If she does break up and out over 350. Man, that 320 bounce, not great. Not great. I mean, that is bottom trend, and I do talk about the 20-cent magic area, so I can't be too mad at it. But, yeah, she's holding up here. We'll see what she's going to do. It's a decent bearish pattern with overhead resistance. I do like that, but we are a little overcrowded here, so we could see a little manipulative move on it. All right, let's see what she's going to do. Kidda. Good old Kidda. Then I'm going to start wrapping it up, but let me know if there's any tickers you guys want me to take a look at. But right now, Kidda's hitting that 350. You know, God, again, like we were just going over. Put your entry at your stop loss. Kevin, you idiot. You need to practice that more. Honestly, we might need to write down a little sticky note and put it up here. Put your entry at where your stop's going to be. It's annoying. It's so annoying. But yeah, sitting right around my average right now. 350 was holding up pretty strong on it. It looks like it did touch 350, so that is why. That is exactly why I do not. Look, snapping. Snapping. Taking half off 309. Setting an adjusted stop at my average price, 333. Letting the rest run. Let's halt down. Yeah, that's pretty much what I was looking for outside of I did not know if she was going to curl up and tap 350, but she did. And ended up falling beautifully, down 50 cents. Now it cracked that and should be a little heavy. Adjusted stop's going to be 333, my average price. Took half off. Took 37.50, 300 shares. Took half off. Still going to work the rest. Going to try to milk the rest of that trade. And honestly, this is probably an example of one of those that I need to lean into. That's what I have not been doing well. Lean into it a little bit. Man, so uncomfortable for me to do that. Alright, that's what I'm going to do. Kills my average, but I'm going to try to get some more shares. Now my average price is 322. So it's going to be a tight stop. 327. I don't know, 327. I'll give it a little room there. God, I hate doing this. This is what I'm trying to work on. That's why I'm practicing. Taking some off and then sizing back in, keeping the stop tight, but upon confirmation of the crack and such, yeah, see, this was unnatural. It's not the first thing I'm thinking about doing. I got to be hitting these, bringing down the stop a little bit, trying to let them keep maximizing, but not being afraid to take some profits along the way. So not being afraid to take profits along the way. What are we? Is Pony popping up right now? Pony spiking up. I saw that getting pumped up. Kidda and that bear flag, kinda the bottom trend now should be some level of resistance. Added into it, average now 322.50. Uncomfortable, but I'm going to try to milk that one. Kayvon LDOS short. 154.50. Trying to get the reversal there. Pretty straight up move. Good job there on that. That one's looks pretty good. Yeah, the thing is, with hitting these again, you gotta, and that oftentimes they do accumulate longs. You gotta be mindful of that. These things, Doug, you're absolutely welcome. Love helping you guys out. Have a great day. Good trading. Yeah, good trading. You're starting to see things real well, Doug. Objectivity, love it. You're doing pretty good. This is exactly what I wanted to practice. So, oh man, it's a tough one. Stop, just a stop is going to be, you don't want to give everything back though. So 327 is the adjusted stop, which means I lose, $15 or so on it. Well, I've made 37. If it continues to work out and you size back into it, monster. Could be a monster. That's what I'm trying to work on. Bob's 11 a.m. usually when things keep following the same direction. Yeah, there's definitely you get those those trends that just get the continuation. Man, dude. Pretty much just saw somebody that was blowing up on GPUS. Oh, man, you cannot be... That's the thing. You can't be so biased on these things. I mean, take the trade, have defined risk, and move on. Yeah, especially when this thing goes up, from 2 to 10. Yeah, like I could see where it attracts a lot of short sellers. It was a short seller that was losing massively on it. Yeah, I mean, a lot of the times they do work out, but when they don't, and you don't adjust your, and you're adjusting your stop and having bias on it, that can wreck you. That can absolutely wreck you. We noticed the bear flag on it this morning. It was heavy there and just gorgeous. All right, Kidda's heavy against 320, and she's continuing to work out. A quick sell-off, maybe halt down under 3, I'd probably take most. When it starts pulling towards that whole $3, most of the time it does. It will rug pull. Most of the time it will rug pull. I'll take another half off, essentially under 3 is what I'm saying. Rug pulling down under it. I'm waiting for that rug pull. I got the finger on the trigger to take half off under, if we get a 20-cent rug pull. $3 should be a magnet here. You do see that often, that whole dollar. Thank you, Bob. Good play. Yep. Thank you. Trying to work it here. Come on, $3 rug pull. HSIC, Kayvon holding from I'm holding for the green to red, popping back near even. Popping back up to near even. Good. On the tape, you got 20,000 shares on the bid at $3. 20,000 is nothing on this, though. This thing's trading millions. Sitting heavy right on VWAP. FOXO 3.3 million volume candle. Not seeing any more A plus setups. Yeah. Good trades, dude. Just the two, Isaiah. Just the two. Man, those were awesome. Those were awesome. Good trades. Come to Papa, kidda. Come to Papa. It's going to snap to like 290 if it cracks under 3. Normally, there's so many stop orders there, like right under the whole dollar. It normally rug pulls like that. Man, I gotta take these bear flags more. I gotta take the bear flags more. Coming to 3. Shoot. All right. Damn it. I'm gonna take all of it at 290. I took some right around 3. Probably regretting this. Yeah, I probably shouldn't do this. Man, what a beauty. $45, $37, $33, trying to maximize. Yeah, I know. I just, God dang it. Why did I do that? I know. So, did one thing well, did one thing poor. Should be holding on to some of it. Definitely should be holding some of it. But man, that was one winner getting me green after 2 losers. That's good risk reward and sizing into the winners. That's what I want to do there, right there. And if we have days where we don't have very many losers and we have a few winners like this, that's going to be good. We're going to see some good green. Good green. Yeah, I'm going to take that. All right, let me flip through. Thank you, Bob. Holding the winners and sizing up a little bit. You know, taking profits, but still sizing into it a little bit and not letting the losers get out of hand. UPWK is right at 1620, an area I would have liked it at. And EVGO climbing up towards that 420. Those are ones I would continue to watch if I were you guys. But at the moment, I think, wow, Pony spiked all the way up to 1120. Magic 20 cent area and pulling back off of that. Pony is galloping every single day. Yeah, there's a few to keep on watch if you guys are going to stick around. UPWK, maybe. EVGO up towards 420. TDUP is making new highs right now. You know, Pony just made some highs. Foxo's trying to hold 160. It's a tough one, Foxo, but man, LUMN, you're such a little POS. Hate when the hangovers do this. Spiking straight up and then giving everything on down. Well, after it had already kind of sold off, then it was like, oh, I'm going to do a red to green move. And that would have been a massive day. Massive day had we have not stopped out or, you know, whatever. Oh my God, kidda! And that's what I'm talking about. See, that messes you up. That messes you up when you don't leave. When I'm supposed to leave leftovers. When I don't do it, that's what messes me up. Fuck. Man, beautiful bear flag. 320 holding up heavy. Took all of it too early. And wow. Wow. Anybody in here get kiddo? Man, that Kevin, you sized into it fine, but why did you not take? You were so eager to take profits. You're so eager to take profits. So I gotta work on it. Gotta work on it. That just messes you up, you know, a good extra money right there, padding the wallet. Man. Oh, that's killer, guys. Kidda, I mean, so many people on the long side, you can imagine, probably just blew up on this thing. Alright, is there anybody still in here? Alright, guys. I'm about to send over some, I'm about to wire some money over to CPro. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? I don't know. I mean, today was a ton of fun, by the way, but I need to figure out how to do these. I mean, look, most of the live traders out there are all paper trading, anyways. We don't need to get into that, but it's so easy to focus on helping others when you're paper trading. And I love looking at a lot of tickers, but we got to trade live. So let me think about how much I need to throw over there. I got 200. Let me throw over, like, get it up and over 1,000. Give myself a fair chance here. I think 1,000 gives me a fair shot. You know, I went sideways with the fees, but if I can maximize these winners, I think 1,000 gives me a fair shot again. What do you guys think? I mean, is that the consensus here? About $1,000. One day of practice, I feel ready. Put me in, coach. I want to see where Kidda's going to open up at. You got 1,300 in Webull. About to move over to CPro to 50K. Oh, if I could... Can I borrow 50K from somebody? I would love 50K. I honestly think I would trade better with 50K. Because I'd be so focused on preserving capital. Man, dude. All right, I'm gonna send over like I don't know. I'm gonna send over some money. I'm thinking like I don't know. It's so easy on the phone. Literally, I already have it set up. I just click wire money, CPro. Okay, I'm really hopeful that that can land over there very soon. Dude, Kidda is still. All right, I sent over $850. So we'll be back over. We'll be right at 1,000, right up and right at 1,000 again. We'll do another $1,000 account challenge. Oh, sweet. All right, I'm excited. Kidda, come on, dude. Where are we like T12ing? When is this thing opening up? You guys got it? Kidda. Halt time 11/10/21. Bobby Guy coming to buy your bike for 9,000. If he shows, then it's on. Wait, you funded an account with $9,000? I advise. Let me answer that first, then we'll go from there. Man, UPWK right up there. All right. Keep on. $4 in tips. uh, you're too funny. Oh my God, kidda! Wow. Kayvon, that is why I trade these tickers. Oh my God. Well, this is good because it lets me know. uh, 50% off of that 350 call, dude. Literally getting involved with it 330. Oh my God, this is painful, guys. Guess what? The pain being that Kidda has done this, I doubt I will ever not have leftovers again. It's good because what did one of you guys say the other day? It was great. You mentioned like, you know, when we learned I forget. You were very poetic with whatever you said, like sharpening your skills or something. Like this causes you not. Bob, I told him to hold. Oh my God, dude, this is. I mean, jeez, dude, I can't even do it on paper. I can't even do it on paper. What the hell? I scaled into it properly, but took it all, saw profits, and was like, yeah, I guarantee you I'm not doing that again. And if I do, you guys are going to be here. You guys are going to be here live every day. If I do that, bad habit, very bad habit. All the ones I leave leftovers on, probably for the length of this next small account, are probably all going to curl around and stop me out too. That's the humor in it. I cannot believe this. What is going on? Oh, they came out with an offering! Oh my God! I've never been involved in one short, and I was that close! God, I'm so disappointed in myself. Wow, what a move. Dude, this is a rare phenomenon here to have a ticker come out with an offering like pretty much straight into their morning spike. Are you kidding me? How diluted is this? $3.5 million shares. Well, how many are in the float here with Kidda? How bad is that diluting these people? Um, 2.39. Oh my God. This thing probably sells lower. Look, I'm pissy about not holding any shares, but let's just take a moment of silence for the long biased traders who are just buying this triple bottom right here at 295. I mean, look, there's no way I can predict an offering coming out. I mean, look, I'm happy with the trade. There's no way I can predict a random offering coming out as soon as I sell the ticker. You know, that it is what it is. There's no way to do that. What I should have had leftover. I should have had 100 shares working for me. That would have been another $100. Something of that effect. It's always now it just halted up. It looked like it did. Look, it was a mistake. Look, officer, it was only 2 beers. Wow. Oh, goodness gracious. Well, I'm going live again here in about a day or two. So whenever that wire lands, and oh my God, if I do that when I'm live, if I do that when I'm live, guys, I'm jumping out that window. No, I'm not jumping out. I mean, like I've said it before, I'll jump out a window if it's on the first floor. I'm on the second floor here. I'm probably not jumping out the window. Unless there's a big, squishy, plush animal down there. Man. Oh, God. I need this Friday night live stream, Kayvon. I'm about to start drinking after that. I cannot believe it. I focus so much on holding leftovers on most tickers. And the one I take a minute later comes out with an offering. My dream bucket list is to be involved in a short on that. Whatever. That's whatever. What the hell can you do? I'll probably leave leftovers. Alright, yeah. Foxo's climbing back around, back up towards the open and higher. Oh, Keith just stepped in at the right time, huh? Keith, it's been a fun morning. 2 L's, 1 winner. Today I was doing a little practicing. Kid, I had a short on at 333. Broke my rules and took it all off. I did size into it, and it came out with an offering and dropped from $3 into the 160s. That is how my morning's going. How was your adventure, your Amazon adventure? Yeah, I don't think I'm going to do that. I don't think I'm messing that up again. But just wired out some money. I need that Friday night live stream, dude. Wired out some money. I got my account's going to be live. I don't know. Hopefully tomorrow, but it might take another day. So I'll probably be papering because honestly, like today, look, if I had gone live on today with $200 in here, it just I couldn't have done anything. You know, I take the one loser, and I can't take another trade. I can't trade with $200. 1,000 gives me a fair shot. But man, I don't want to give myself 50. I need to, look, before I get off of here, let me talk to you guys about this a little bit. I really don't want $50 max risk per trade. That's too much. But I want to be making some actual money. So I mean, I want to be hitting these with like 400 shares at least, but I can't. I feel like I cannot do that unless the stop is really tight, because I cannot be taken. I'm not going to give myself a fair chance with this account if I'm putting on $50 risk per trade and I take 3 or 4 losers right out of the gates, down a couple $100. I don't know. I need to sit down and think about that. If I should follow the 2% rule and put on, try that again, but I was going sideways. The goal was $20, and it has to be more than that. Got to leave leftovers and sizing in, but that means the risk per trade probably needs to be about that $20, and then but the winners I'm gonna let ride. I'm gonna work them a little bit more. I'm thinking, guys. I don't know. Let me know your thoughts too. I really don't want to take a few decent losses, which means I have to pretty much inherently reduce the risk, which is annoying. There's Foxo halting down too. They just come out with an offering. So that means on like a Kidda play, I'm probably going to have to only hit it for like... that's so annoying. I'm probably only going to be able to hit it for like 100 shares. Give it 15 to 20 cents wiggle room. Don't like that. LDOS working out, Kayvon. Yeah, I don't know. I want to give myself the best opportunity with this next account, so I'm like bouncing my head around right now thinking about that. I got to maximize the winners, which means I have to size it a little bit more, but size into the winners. But I gotta stop out pretty tight. Man, I want to hit the ground running like Isaiah did today. I want to hit the ground running. Anyways, these are just my thoughts out loud. I gotta pour something to drink after that kidda breaking that rule. The 2 rules I really need to focus on. I just need these right on my freaking head. I need to see this every single time I step into my office. I would need to focus on better entries, which provides tighter stops with this new account. Tight stops. I'm just writing a few things down that I can look at. A+ setups. Size winners. Leave leftovers. And I think we're good to go. We have our... Dude, we see... I have all the experience for... I think that's why I get an audience in general. Because I pretty much know the setups. I've seen them so many times. I got the setups down. The managing my dumb self. Oh, man. All right. Tight stops. A+ setups. Size winners. Leave leftovers. All right, that's pretty much what I got. If you have anything else you'd like to add, guys, like don't be a dumbass or whatever else you got, let me know. Hopefully that wire lands today for tomorrow, but if it doesn't, Isaiah, if you're still in here, how long did yours take? Okay, I'm catch up. Yes, Lorraine, maybe size it. It's a little slow, that ticker. Keith, maybe Bob, your sword will be sharper come Thursday. Young samurai. Not feeling so young after yesterday. Turning 31. 31 now, guys. Keith, when we gonna do a group meet and you're gonna bring that good from where you at, Washington? Keith, can't trade till Thursday with Ninja Trader. I can't trade CPro for another 2 to 3 weeks. Yeah, that sucks. Especially when you're a degen. That sucks. I'm going to have a few trades this week, guys, on the live. And Friday night, I'm going to have another AA meeting because, I mean, I could have died a happy man if I would have been involved. I mean, it would have been paper, but God, still. The one day I go freaking paper, could have been involved in a offering midday short. Jeez. Bob, closing positions today on Webull to trade CPro Thursday, giving the platform one more try. It ain't the platform. Look, if you're getting into shorting, CPro's where it's at. You paid next to nothing for the shorts. It's amazing. It is amazing. Keith, you were in the boonies with bald tires on a long dirt road. I got 130. Look, I don't know if 131's worth it. Being in the boonies with bald tires. Yeah, that Foxo, Bob called that one. Size into the winners, but not many go a round trip, just halfway down. Yeah, I know. Slow, ready to move on. Wish I was short today with you, but I definitely seen both of those plays developing. Yeah, you're starting to see it. Good work. That's part of it. So that's good. You're starting to see it. I think shorting, yeah, way easier. Shorting is way easier than longing, in my opinion. As long as you have discipline and have risk, you're just reacting. Otherwise, long, you're trying to find all the volume, and it can be difficult. Support and resistance, easy too. I mean, longs can be easy, but longs take long. They just take long. I need an equity curve someday. Well, you have an equity curve, but it just might not be in the right direction. Came on, figure out your differences in ABC setups. What differences are you referring to? So, I took the L on LUMN, and you guys are keeping me. I love talking, love hanging out. We'll just wrap up on this note. LUMN was a decent hangover. I took an L there, though. It spiked. It sold off, spiked, and then sold back on down, went red. I like that setup. That's the hangover setup. Stopped me out today, but other days works out fairly well. Another setup today would have been, Kayvon knows all the setups. I guess I'm asking, what are you? You're speaking on multiple variables. I mean, I really think my problem is sizing correctly and getting like the better entries. My entries have not been so great. Like, even on that Kidda, I don't know. I mean, I got a 333, which in hindsight looks great, and everybody would hope that they have that, but it spiked up towards that up towards 350. So, I don't know. I need to be a little more patient, maybe, with the entries, because I am only doing single entries. Y'all are like, to listen to Avery day trading, I gotta be high. That dude done shut up. My name is Keith. I smoke and drive. Oh no. Oh no. Hey, 41. Bob. I mean, you got more than half a life left, so you're good. The more the better. So talking about why you're entering the trade, what indicators got you. The more the merrier. Volume on the tape, candlesticks, EMA resistance. Yeah, I got you. You're just saying more. You're trying to increase the bias, so you marry the ticker and don't stop out. I got you. Nah, I understand. The more, the merrier. Because honestly, there's some wisdom to that, because the more you're seeing, some traders might not be using the 9 EMA, but some are. So let's say you're getting those that are providing conviction and on the setup, because you got the 9 EMA guys out there. There are others that are using the daily resistance, or others that are once you're, not everybody uses everything, but some use the VWAP, some use high a day, some use previous close, some use resistance on the daily. So that does make sense. Psychologically, that makes sense, because you want to be getting in where the majority are going to find maybe a level of resistance or support. So I get where you're coming from there. Need to focus in on better entries based on maybe more stars aligning. Shorting something because it's up a lot, take a big loss. Yeah, I certainly have to. Yeah. I see where you're going with that. Guys, are you guys green? Good and green today? I mean, today was pretty fun. I'm excited to get back into the live account. Hopefully tomorrow, but if not, it'll be Thursday. And should be no more than a day. Yeah, and even this, Kayvon, this GPUS I loved. All right, this is a hangover too, but it's way off the risk, which I did not like. The risk being, the main risk. I think that's something I need to adjust to. If I'm way off the highs, I won't even really want to take the trade, but sometimes there's still a lot of meat on the bone. Have you guys seen that too? Where I don't know. I think that may be a flaw in the way I think about some of these things. We're way off the highs, and so I won't even take the trade because that's where I know the primary risk is. But maybe there can be a secondary risk. I think I'm onto something right now. Maybe there can be a secondary risk like this GPUS. You could get it on this bear flag. And that's honestly the reason I took the Kita. It's because I like the bear flag, even though it was way off the risk. You just have a secondary risk in mind. I don't like when I'm so far off the highs, but still a lot of meat on the bone with some of these plays. Taking the backside. I don't know. I think we're onto something with that. Having secondary risk areas. You guys just wake up and smoke, huh? Are y'all trading high? That doesn't sound like a good idea. But hey, maybe you get more creative. Have more tolerance for risk. I don't know. I haven't tried it before. I like to be in. I like to be sober when I trade. I don't think I'm doing this for a long time and I don't think I've ever not traded sober. Or did I say that backwards? Sell smoke for low and sell high. All right, guys, that's gonna do it today. A lot of good things we saw. I'm excited, very excited. we are sharpening that sword, young samurais. We're doing well. Outside of I'm glad today was a practice day, because I cannot imagine being live and how angry I would be. I would be so damn angry if an offering came out a minute after I sold this thing. Or covered. Bob sent me a picture of your little setup. Sweet. I'll take a look. Do you guys want to hang out still? Or if anybody's still trading? I mean, I can leave the stream up. I mean, just because I'm leaving doesn't mean y'all can't hang out. Let me know if anybody wants to. Otherwise, Bob, I had the same exact TV stand. I sold it recently, though. Dude, you got like, what is that, a 55-inch with tons of tickers, news on it. You got like a whole, I don't know what that board is over there. You got a whole periodic table of elements. PlayStation. Some weed. A lot of charts. I like it. 3 monitors. That's pretty good. More monitors equals more profitability. I think like standard, yeah, you gotta have at least a few, because there's too much to look at. You gotta have. I mean, people make fun of traders with all this massive setup for trading small accounts and stuff. But I mean, you gotta have it. You gotta have scanners. You gotta have my positions up, a couple different charts. I mean, that's like basic. You know, it's pretty much basic. Medical card. I didn't see it. I was honestly messing with you, but it's in there. CPro, bottom left, yeah. Yeah, Keith and Bob, sounds like y'all got a lot to talk about. I'll look. This is what I'll do. I'm gonna leave a memo scanner up so you guys can see what's popping. You can use this for your high day momentum tickers and high day halts and whatnot. High day momentum tickers. You can take a look at that. I'm gonna go hang out with the wife for a little bit, get some lunch. Oh no. Keith does have a lot to talk about. All right, I'm excited to see what you guys are talking about a little bit later on. I'll catch up. All right, stay safe and disciplined.